第7组，请上台。
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes our story, the true story of the 3 little pigs.
Everybody knows the story of the 3 little pigs, or at least they think they do. But I'll let you in on a little secret. Nobody knows the real story because nobody has ever heard my side of the story.
Name?
I'm the wolf, Alexander T. Wolf. You can call me Al. I don't know how this whole big bad wolf thing got started, but it's all wrong.
I see, Al. And what makes you so sure?
Maybe it's because of our diets. Hey, it's not my fault wolf is killing animals like bunnies, sheep, and pigs. That's just the way we are.
Can we stick to a story, please?
If cheeseburgers were cute, folks would probably think we were big and bad too. But like I would say, the whole big bad wolf thing is wrong. The real story is about a sneeze and a cup of sugar.
A sneeze? A cup of sugar? Get it out!
Way back in once upon a time, LT Wolf was making a birthday cake for his dear old granny.
I had a terrible sneezing cold.
Achoo!
And he ran out of sugar.
Oh!
So I walked down the street to ask my neighbor for a cup of sugar.
Now this neighbor was a pig.
And he wasn't too bright either.
He had built his whole house out of straw.
Can you believe it? I mean, who in his right mind would build a house of straw?
So, of course, the minute he knocked on the door, it fell right in.
What?
He claimed he didn't want to just walk into someone else's house.
So I called, Little pig, are you in?
No answer.
He was just about to go home without the cup of sugar for his dear old granny's birthday cake.
That's when my nose started to itch. I felt a sneeze coming on. Well, I huffed and I snuffed and I sneezed a great sneeze.
Achoo!
The whole little straw house fell down. And right in the middle of a pile of straw was the first little pig. That's the door now.
He had been home the whole time.
It seemed like a shame to leave a perfectly good ham dinner lying there in the straw.
So I ate it up. Think of it as a big cheeseburger just lying there.
Satisfying and healing.
He was feeling a little better.
But I still didn't have my cup of sugar.
So he went to the next neighbor's house. This neighbor was the first little pig's brother.
He was a little smarter, but not much.
No?
He had built his house of sticks.
I ran about on the stick house.
Again, nobody answered.
Mr. Pig, are you in? Said I.
Go away, Wolf. You can't come in. I shaving hairs on my chin.
The second pig was home.
He had just grabbed the doorknob when he felt another sneeze coming up.
I huffed and I snuffed and I tried to cover my mouth, but I sneezed a great sneeze.
You're not going to believe it, but this guy's house fell down just like his brother's.
When the dust cleared, there was the second little pig. That at the door now. What's honor?
Now you know food will spoil if you just leave it out in the open.
So I did the only thing there was to do.
He had dinner again.
Think of it as a second helping.
He was getting awfully full, but his cold was feeling much better.
Double strength.
But I still didn't have that cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake.
Then he went to the third little pig's house.
He must have been the brains in the family. He had built his house of bricks. I knocked on the brick house.
Silence. No answer.
I called, Mr. Pig, are you in? And do you know what that room little poker and sword?
Get out of here! Wolf, don't bother me again!
Talk about impolite. He probably had a whole sack full of sugar.
And he wouldn't give him even one little cup for dear sweet old Granny's birthday cake.
What a pig!
No sugar, no cake.
He was just about to go home and maybe make a nice birthday card instead of a cake when he felt his coat coming on.
I huffed, and I snuffed, and I sneezed once again.
Then the third little pig yelled,
And your old granny can sit on the pig.
Whoa!
Watch your language.
I'm usually a pretty calm fellow. But if somebody talks about my granny like that, I go a little crazy.
When we drove up, of course he was trying to break down this pig stall. And the whole time, he was huffing and puffing and sneezing and making a real scene.
The rest, as they say, is history.
My partner and I found out about the 2 pigs he ate for dinner. We figured a sick guy going to borrow a cup of sugar didn't sound very exciting.
So let's just up the story with all of that. Huff and puff and blow your house down. And they made me the big bad wolf.
"That's it. There you have it."
The real story. Elmo's friend.
But maybe you could loan me a cup of sugar, would you?
Thank you for listening.
时间6分02秒。